Ojedarin in that midfield. He's going to be that anchor at times to allow Josh Atencio to get more forward. Paxton Aronson brings the creativity, the energy in the final third. Telasco Segovia will be looking to get on the score sheet. Silvetti did a good job in the last match to find a way at the back post to contribute. And Herman,
with his side being very good to watch. Can they deliver against the MLS Cup champs? It is Colorado Rapids back at Empower Field at Mile High who get us on the way, attacking from right to left. Immediate long ball forward.
Fredericks is playing a lot more narrow, and that could be an avenue for him to get forward as well.
Holding back for Stefan. Miami pressing themselves here and winning it back. And there's contact, and the referee, John Freeman, says play on. Appeals from Yannick Bright.
Very fortunate. I watched this replay. Yannick Bright's going to come into your frame, and when he takes this ball off of Josh Atencio's heavy touch, and I watch the legs coming together.
So is Edvin Juricevic. Set you up nicely for that. And generally, when this happens, the referee comes back with a decision that will result in a penalty. Atencio making contact. Brightly done well with the step and the press. Freeman watching on.
After review, number 12 Colorado commits a tripping offense inside the penalty area. Foul decision, penalty, yellow card.
I think the conclusion we all expected once we saw the initial replay. For Lionel Messi. So the right of centre for the goalkeeper on two of them. Messi scores! Just rolls it down the middle, calm as you like. And Inter Miami have the perfect start.
Recognizing the moment to go and be more aggressive inside the 18, strips the ball off Atencio, draws the contact. And once you give Lionel Messi an opportunity, it's the composure. He waits for Zach Steffen to guess. Just calmly rolls it into the back of the net to put his side up 1-0 on the road.
That's better play, Frederick. Really good from the Rapids to build out. And now it's wide open for Paxton Aronson down the middle. Aronson up against St. Clair. Just wide. What a move from Colorado. Sliced into Miami open and almost leveled.
And this is what we were talking about. When Navajo drops deeper and brings the center back out of position, there's space to exploit. Paxton Aronson does a really good job, but that touch...
Harrington almost caught out by Messi, who again applauds the referee's decision.
Keith, you and I were in Miami last weekend, right?
Yep.
For the game against New York Rebels and Rebels New York, and there were large spells in that game where we were saying, Inter Miami has so much of the ball, now you got to punish them.
Aronson goes for goal and the save from St. Clair.
That last chance there, and then the one where he drags wide in transition. Colorado, they've got to find a goal before the half. Reward themselves for the way that they've controlled this first half and dominated with the ball.
All over the top, Manungu. Then St. Clair came out. Got there initially. The second effort from Fredericks well over. Looked like he hesitated for a moment there, the Inter Miami goalkeeper. Wins it back. Navajo, and they still have it here, the Rapids. Manungu central. Ball flashed across the 6. Driven into that area. Inter with the only goal. Manungu trying to change that, tries to pull it back for Navajo. It's so direct, it's so difficult to pin down Georgie Manungu.
I almost wanted to just go himself. Manungu, after he just muscles by Falcone and shifts around that defender. Once he gets in the 18, I wanted to just play even more freedom. Just take on the next defender, try to get a shot off himself.
It's in good pressure on him, the ball. Messi will flick the overlapping run here from Silvetti. Gets the cross in. The header's on target and in. Bertolami with the second for Inter Miami.
Yet again, The turnover, and now watch the overlapping run from Savetti. Does so well. And then he just floats his ball into a dangerous area. Bertarame, this is a striker's finish. This is the expectation that Inter Miami had of their number 9 position when they brought him in. To win these kind of duels centrally. 2-3 defenders around him, but he shrugs off one in Cozy Thompson to create the separation he needs.
It is Inter Miami who get the second half underway, attacking from right to left in the old pink. Well over 90% now in terms of favour to go on and turn this halftime lead into a victory. Fredericks, Atencio, couldn't corral that one into Paul. It goes down, referee says no free kick! And the hit from Atencio right at Dane St. Clair.
That's how you can beat the press, because you're not going to outrun the ball, are you? So as Colorado Rapids are trying to shift and get numbers to the ball just moving so quickly. It's a great ball.
Manungu trying to play it in behind Dane St. Clair, read it every step of the way. Travis had underlapped. Dane St. Clair, there's been a feature over the last couple of times he's had possession, wanting to go long, and he holds his hand up to apologise on that one. Nobody else was on the same page. Areas of improvement you can say for both sides in terms of what we've seen today in the final third. This is better. Navajo. Manungu on the far side. Navajo going to go alone. He's going to go all the way and scores!
This is a composure that Matt Wells wants to see from his team. To draw up players, to create space to attack. Falcone once again gets dragged out as a center back in this little chop. That little feint.
Yapi on the far post. Manungu going to the edge of the box. The shot's deflected. And Cozy Thompson's gone down. Yapi's won it back. Real energy, real bite to this Rapid side right now. And a real energy to the crowd as well. Cozy Thompson playing very high. Yapi Yima almost as a second striker alongside Navajo. Frederick has dropped in central. Matt Wells, true to his word, said, my team are going to be on the front foot. That was a bold decision. Tacker for a defensive midfielder. The man he's brought on, clean through the middle. Yapi and a goal! 2-2!
But the two center backs from Inter Miami, they get caught yet again. They don't know whether or not to step with the movements of Navajo. Both fullbacks are out of position, but it's the daring run from Darren Yapi. 18-year-old Lucas Harrington with a dime of a ball. And with probably his first touch of his game since he's come on, Darren Yapi draws his side back level, showing a level of composure when he gets into the final third. Good movements to start the run. The way that he wants his team to play, Manungu should be pressing higher up the pitch.
Well, they've done it here. Navajo is in behind, a little touch. Yapi, that one's deflected. On a number of occasions. Bright does well. He's been one of the better performers for Inter Miami. Messi, first time a little bit of space for him. Lionel Messi, inside the area, and scores! Delivers a dagger into the hearts of these Rapids fans. Inter Miami regaining the lead.
Now this is interesting because this play starts deep in their own end, and it's the fullback Jackson Travis who's attempting to make a run in behind Inter Miami's back line, but just so quickly they transition the ball. Yannick Bright is able to find Messi, and all he needs is the smallest window. The smallest window, the smallest gap.
See him standing over this, and Manungu behind him.
Oh, red card.
85 minutes.
Dante Sealy, you talked about his creativity, and he's fresh into
Guillermo Hoyos wants that final whistle, and they didn't get it forward. Out of play. And that is going to be the final action. A back and forth affair at Empower Field at Mile High. Inter Miami led at halftime by 2-0.